welcome back to my channel. This week we are in Keswick, the Lake District, and I am actually just on my way to the first, I'm not going to say race because it's an event, of 2022. Is it? Yeah. Which I am very nervous about because it's an open water swim to start the day, and I've not done any open water swimming apart from a Lido swim last week, which I don't really think counts. So we arrived in Keswick on Friday night after a very long drive from London. We had half a day's work in the morning, and then we just spent yesterday eating cafes and watching a bit of the race. What else did I get B-roll of? Rooney had a swim, having a great time. Yeah, walking around the Keswick Mountain Festival, which is what we're here for. So I am doing the ThruDark Keswick Conqueror event, which is essentially Ironman distances, or maybe a bit longer on the run and the swim. Half Ironman, sorry. So this morning we are heading to the swim. We do the swim, which I'm very nervous about. Obviously, we all know I'm not a good swimmer. And then we have a bit of a break, and then we do the run, which is 25 kilometres, but obviously very hilly. And then the bike is tomorrow. So it's a bit of a random 3-part triathlon in a different order. Sportive. It makes me feel better if I say that. That's definitely not a race. We're there this morning. So the event is sponsored by ThruDark, and I'm going to go and just get some photos done by them this morning in their outdoor apparel. So this is one of their, I guess, like mountainous rain, wind jackets, just waterproof jackets. It's just like an outdoory brand, and it's very cool. And I'm so glad because we left London in 22 degrees and didn't pack jackets at all. So that was a real error on our part. Oh no, Rooney? Ragnar got a new harness. Can you tell everyone what brand your harness is, please? It's embarrassed, but it's rough. Is it rough? Yeah, so that is what we are up to this weekend. We're very excited for an adventurous weekend in the lakes. Rory is just gonna spectate. My parents have come up as well.
You try and run around and spot you.
Yeah, I'm going to try and run around and spot me as much as possible. I feel very nervous about this swim. I'm more nervous that I'm just going to be the last person out of the water because apparently there's only like 25 people doing it. And we all know swimming is not my strong point.
When you're swimming in Derwent water.
And I'm swimming in open water, which I haven't done for years.
In Derwent water.
And it'll be cold, and obviously I didn't bring the shoes or the gloves or anything like that because that would be far too organised for me. Didn't bring a jacket, so what hope have I got to bring swim accessories? So yeah, wish me luck in retrospect.
A to B, isn't it?
Yeah, it's point to point. We've got to get a ferry and then we swim back. So it's almost annoying that you don't swim point to point the other way, because then at least people will see who does come in last, or if there's like a massive gap. But anyway, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go do my photos and then get swimming.
You join cycling, is it?
What?
I'm just living a good life. I'm just living a good life. Good life. I'ma do me, I can't do it no different. Gold shades tinted, yeah, I got the right vision, yeah. I won't let you down. We about to paint the town. Got the people all around.
Good morning. It is day 2 of the Keswick Mountain Festival. I didn't really jump on here and chat yesterday because I was exhausted. But we started the day with the 2.2 mile swim. I signed up for this thinking it was the distance of a half Ironman swim. It was not. It was nearly the distance of a full. I think a 2 is 2.4 and this was 2.2. And so that was a shock to the system because I've not swum that far in ages. But we got the ferry across Derwent water and then basically swam the length of it back. The water was like 15.5 degrees, which I know is like tropical for most people. I still found it cold. I bought some of like the little booty things at the stand. The swim, yeah. My lats hurt afterwards. It was a shock to the system. I got out feeling very exhausted, but it was good to get it done and to know I can still do that distance. And then we had like an hour, so I just like grabbed a hot chocolate and a flapjack and was with my mum and dad had come down as well. Come up. And Red. So we all like I just basically warmed up, then got changed, and then there was a 16-mile trail run. Again, I don't know why I thought this was half Ironman distance, because 16 miles is obviously a lot longer than a half Ironman distance run. But it was a really nice route because it was like hilly and technical, but only like a nice amount where you could still run the majority of the course, if not all of it. And the technical stuff was like challenging, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this is awful. So that was really good. Didn't really feel much of that. It was a bit annoying because they're like the swim, the bike, and the swim, the run, and the bike today are all like individual races of their own, and then the Keswick Conqueror is basically just someone who's doing all three. If you're doing the Keswick Conqueror, I guess because you'd swam, they set you off last, and it meant, I'd say, the first 4 or 5 miles, which were like single track, I was just stuck behind so many people. And it was like single track, and you just couldn't overtake like 15 people because you'd look ridiculous and be super annoying. But it meant bits where I would be actually making up loads of time, I had to walk quite a lot of it. So that was my only critique of the run. It was a bit frustrating for, if you got set off near the back, which, anyway, it was fine. I really enjoyed the run. I'm not really sure on places yet. I think I did quite well out of the people doing the Keswick Conqueror a bit, but they've not released that, so we'll see. Obviously, I didn't do very well in the swim. And then on the evening, I came back and got showered, and then met my parents, and we just like, everywhere was booked for dinner, so we just had like pizza because the sun had come out. Pizza and gin on the side of the road, basically. And then me and Rory actually went into the festival because he'd lost my Oura ring in the day. So we wanted to go back to the car park. We actually found it in a grey stone car park. Do not know how. So that was great. And actually the festival was really good because we were with all like the ThruDark people who were all absolutely fab. So that was fun for a bit. I did actually have a banging headache there, so I was like quite keen to have a relatively early night, and I was exhausted. My body was such a shock to the system doing that much in a day again. But it was really fun, and I've got the Sportive today. It's open roads, and I don't think today's time, they're like quite clear on the messaging that it's not a race, and so I don't think today's time counts anything towards the like Keswick Conqueror results, but you just have to complete it to get your results, I think. It's open roads and it's narrow track, and apparently it's double the elevation that it says it is on the athlete pack, so I'm not looking forward to that. To be honest, I'm so tired today. I would love to just go for like a leisurely brunch in Keswick and then drive back home to London, but hey ho. So we are just heading there now. This morning my driver's arrived, and I'll probably update you after the event. Looking very dishevelled, having done today's ride and got absolutely drenched and had no shower home, so we checked out of our Airbnb at 10 a.m. We are about 50 minutes away from London after what has been a 6-hour drive, which Rory has done because he doesn't trust me to drive. Anyway, today obviously I chatted quickly before the cycle event, not race. It rained, torrential rain for the whole ride. It was also about 1,000 feet of elevation on top of what it said it was going to be. But it was, despite the weather, really beautiful course and like a nice tough day out in some very horrendous wind. So it was a really good training day. And the way the race worked is you had to do the bike leg to get the overall result for the Keswick Conqueror overall, which was the swim time and the run time added together. And considering I was super worried I was going to be last in the swim, I actually won the whole event, well, for the females, which was very exciting. So I was first lady, and the other guy, Bo, who also raced for ThruDark this weekend, won the men's as well. So it was very successful. It must have been the ThruDark effect in the kit. But yeah, we had such a fun weekend, didn't we? Felt like it was a great training weekend. Absolutely loved everyone who was on the ThruDark team. They were very welcoming. We had loads of fun. I thought the festival was fun. We stopped by there for a few hours last night. Ragnar, who is sandwiched in between bags there. Had a fantastic weekend and is no doubt going to be exhausted. I am exhausted. I feel like my whole body is in bits. It was such a shock to the system doing everything yesterday, especially after not really having been running for a while. So yeah, it was a huge success. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was great as well because first place I won beer, which is great. Trophy, got it here. Everyone loves a trophy because the race didn't get a medal. That is my feedback to the Keswick Mountain Festival. People love a medal, not just a t-shirt. But I also won a £500 voucher for ThruDark. I'm obviously already like very well kitted out from this weekend anyway, but Rory's been extra nice to me since he realised I got the voucher because it's like his favourite brand. So I'm very excited to order loads of stuff and I'll decide how much I'll let Rory have. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It was fun to actually do a kind of triathlon. It wasn't, I guess, a normal one, but do the elements of a triathlon for the first time in almost 3 years. And I've entered, I pulled out my Outlaw. This is a rubbish like update of races, but I feel like I'm probably not going to do a video dedicated to this, but I've pulled out of Ironman Austria because with an injury and just didn't feel fit enough, having been to Singapore and Munich and stuff like that with work, and like not really had the training that I would want to do. So I've deferred it for next year and I've entered Holcombe 70.3 distance, the Outlaw event, which I think is in like 6 weeks time. I've never done a half Ironman distance and I've never done an Outlaw event, so I'm super excited for that. And I've had a bike fit with Matt Botchell as well, so if you follow me on Instagram you'll have seen that. So I'm actually quite excited to race now, especially after this weekend. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will see you on the next one.